Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick recent vinyl finds video. Just a few things I've picked up over the past week or so that I want to share with you guys. Kind of one holy grail thrown in there, at least for me it is, but for the most part just a bunch of good dollar bin finds, which is something I've really kind of focused on over the past month or two. Is I know when I first started collecting, especially being a big 80s fan, you can always find plenty of that stuff in the dollar bins. I used to hit those all the time and, built up a good piece of my collection out of the dollar bins. And now I've always kind of gone through and browsed through the dollar bins, but don't spend as much time. So just lately I've been going through and just kind of picking out things in the dollar bins that I have like no clue what they are, who the artist is, and experimenting with different country artists and stuff like that. And I've just been kind of, I get a stack of stuff and go listen to a couple of pieces really quick, and I pick up some good stuff that way. So that's why my last couple of videos have been kind of based around dollar bin finds. But like I said, I got a number of those as well as one Holy Grail that I'll share. And also, I don't know if you guys saw that. There we go. Vinyl Community, are you in it? My t-shirt came in a couple days ago. Very, very cool. I don't know, that's really wild too, because I remember when I first put it on earlier this morning, and it just kind of made me think, as I've said in videos before, I've had the privilege of being at the vinyl community from the very start. So, just to think about what it was like and how I perceived it when it wasn't even a community then, when it was just a few of us chatting, and then to see what it is today with, t-shirts coming from record stores, and not record stores, but t-shirt shops up in Canada, and you look on the back of Derek's D3, and records being dedicated to the vinyl community. I mean, that's just a big leap from where all this stuff started. So this t-shirt was really cool in that way, because it really makes me think back on that. Things like, wow, look where this thing has come from. Really, really cool. But anyway, let me jump in and kind of show you some of the finds. Actually, I'm going to start with the Holy Grail. And this is a Holy Grail for me, not because of the value, because honestly I'm not sure what the value is. I didn't have to pay that much for it, but I also know they are very, very hard to find. But it is this one right here. And it's in a Blake sleeve because it's actually going to go into my black box. So it's a Sam Mangawana, and the African All-Stars. And it's just a 4-song, basically EP. But kind of how this became a Holy Grail is I've been looking for this album for well over 15 years, maybe even 20 years. And so, long before I was even collecting vinyl, I was searching for it on CD, cassette, wherever I could find it. And the reason why is my dad was originally from Africa. So I grew up with, obviously a lot of that culture, especially with the music. And when I was a kid back in grade school, someone gave my dad a tape that had a bunch of African songs on it. And there was one song off of this album in particular, which is, make sure I'm pronouncing it right, Zela Naga Nasala is the name of the song. And, my dad didn't care anything about the artist or all that type of stuff. He just liked listening to the music, so he had these cassettes with no names written on it. He didn't know who they were. It was just, I liked that song. So that song, I thought, was just like the most incredible thing in the world. I loved it to death from the time I was, like I said, in grade school, junior high, but had no idea who sang it, had no idea how to find out who sang it. And that's been going on for quite some time. And then I stumbled across it on YouTube one day when I was just searching for random African artists. And so I was like, oh my gosh, now I know the name of the guy and I know the name of the song. Then you start looking for the record online. Well, all of these 60s and 70s African albums, that stuff is not just floating around everywhere. Most of the ones you find aren't well taken care of, if you can find one at all. So when I saw this one pop up on eBay, I about lost my mind. I was like, there is no way I'm going to lose this album after a 20-year search. And this is the one I actually mentioned in one of my previous videos about shopping on eBay, that I set the oven timer for the end of the auction. So I remember it was like 14 hours or 16 hours or something. I put on my oven timer so it would go off 10 minutes before the auction. And I did play dirty on this one. I put in a huge bid. I mean, I put in a pretty big bid, hoping that no one would sweep in at the last second and try to take it. And sure enough, I ended up getting this thing for $6, which was awesome. I mean, how many times can any of us say we got a Holy Grail or something, we wanted that bag for only $6? So, yeah, this one's had a smile on my face for quite some time. I'm so happy to get this. The other one that I'm looking for as well that's kind of been on that same level, and I found one again. It was in pretty bad condition. I still lost it for like $40 on eBay about a year ago. But just in case any of you happen to know, see, have one, come across one, it's the artist's name is Victor Uwaifo, and the name of the song is Jerome. So again, just to put that out there, if that rings a bell for any of you guys, you stumble across anything, CD, cassette, album, whatever, I would love to get my hands on that. That's my next Holy Grail search as far as African music goes. But yeah, I was so excited to get that. It was even better too because the guy listed it in the condition is better than what he listed it in, so that made it even nicer. Now let's go through some of the other finds here. And again, some of the stuff's going to be a little cheesy, like I said, kind of some good dollar bin stuff, but I guess these first two weren't. But still, I got Gravedigger, the 2007 release, and this is Liberty or Death. Just kind of some good metal there. I really only bought it because I wasn't that familiar with the band. I've heard some of their stuff, but it was marked down from $18 to $4, so I thought I'll definitely check it out for $4. And sure enough, it's pretty decent. Same thing here, Ben Harper. I've picked up like, how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I have 5 or 6 of his albums now. And I bought them all the same way. When I find these markdowns, from $25 down to $4, and I'm like, heck, let me check it out. And sure enough, it's just like the rest of his stuff. I mean, he is a very, very good, consistent artist. He's almost like I describe as a very, like if Lenny Kravitz were to go very soft rock, so to speak, he would pretty much be Ben Harper. That's kind of the way that I see Ben. But I listened to one LP so far, and it's pretty good. So another good $4 pickup, marked down from $25. Now these are all some of the cheesy dollar bin finds. So again, I won't spend much time on it. Just want to share them really quick. This is Sweet Comfort Band, Breaking the Ice. Didn't realize when I first picked it up this is actually kind of a Christian album. But again, kind of describing what that album sounds like. If Steely Dan were to go Christian, this is exactly what they would sound like. And I think that's what caught me when I listened to just a few seconds of a few songs, was that it had a really strong, nice feeling, Steely Dan feel to it. Another good dollar bin find, Harry Belafonte, live at Carnegie Hall. It's a pretty good one. I picked up a 12-inch single of Modern English, I Melt With You. Has some really cool remixes on here, which are really nice. So that's some good 80s ad. Another great dollar bin find, Rolling Stones. Musica Rock, Historia del Musica Rock. So, again, just typical Rolling Stone stuff on here. Jumping Jack Flash, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. All that good stuff. Nice 2 LP set of Fats Domino, just kind of a greatest hits. Again, also in very good shape. Picked up a 12-inch single of Yes, Owner of the Lonely Hearts. Has a really cool extended mix on here, which is nice. You got Nerds, Roaches. Decent stuff. It's kind of weird too because there's 1 or 2 songs on here which are the ones I listened to that were very almost punkish in a way, like new wave punkish, and then the rest goes in like this really, really soft, almost like AM pop rock. I mean, it's really weird, the diversity between the songs on this album. But again, it was $1, so I picked that up. Some more of my cheesiness. David Sanborn. This is just kind of some jazz, kind of like modern, contemporary type jazz. And some more of the country, which I've been adding so much on lately. But Mickey Gilley, this is his greatest hits. I've been adding a lot of stuff in my country collection lately. But I don't know, good stuff on here, and it has a song, his cover of Stand By Me, which is a really good song. A lot of you probably remember that from the movie Urban Cowboy, which is, that's kind of a Travolta classic. The Neville Brothers, which is very cheesy, because not only do you get Aaron Neville, but then you get his three brothers as well, which is pretty bad. But at the same time, I mean, it has songs on here, like Woman's Gotta Have It, Tell It Like It Is. I mean, some really good tracks, especially Woman's Gotta Have It. That's one of my favorite songs. Of course, I like the Bobby Womack version the best, but more to my Temptations collection. This is Temptations Together Again. Everyone knows the Temptations. This quadraphonic release, Blue Oyster Cult. It's Training and Motivation there. So I've never seen this cover before with this, can't even say it, quadraphonic release, so I thought that was kind of a neat cover. A little different than the original version that I have. Then Shonen Hammer, Here to Stay. This is another album I haven't heard before, but there was one track I listened to in the store that was very Gary Moore-ish in terms of kind of hard rock guitar type stuff, and I love Gary Moore. Well, more so when he was rock, and more so when he started doing all the blues stuff towards the end, but still. So I picked this up as well. Some more of that country I was telling you about. Roy Clark. This is Greatest Hits. Cheesy album cover, but at the same time it does have the song Riders in the Sky, which is basically kind of the instrumental guitar of Ghost Riders in the Sky by Johnny Cash. Some really good guitar playing on that too. It's kind of impressive when you listen to it. 30 Piano Masterpieces. Again, just something I picked up. Another piece of Hiroshima. I keep finding these guys in Goodwills all over the place. But that's more Hiroshima. Maxine Nightingale. More cheesiness. And I don't think I've shown these. Maybe I have, but I don't think I did. Princess 12-inch single, Say I'm Yours. More good 80s, 90s stuff. Fate. And now we're really getting to the cheesy stuff. These are the ones I kind of took a risk on. These were only 25 cents a piece. Actually, I think about a number of those were 25 cents a piece. The Goodwill had a sale in their dollar bin. But I Love You. Just kind of it's a compilation of, again, of just different type of cheesy stuff. But there's a cover of Will You Love Me Tomorrow by Jody Miller. There was something else on there that was pretty good too. Yeah, but there was a couple of good things on here. So again, a quarter, I wasn't going to pass it up. Same thing with this. Ray Conniff. I like Teach the World to Sing. Those old album covers are just so cheesy. But again, just some more good covers on here, which are really good. So 25 cents. I gave it a try and I like it. So anyway, that's the few new finds I've had for the past week. Like I said, mainly just a bunch of good dollar bin stuff, along with my Holy Grail find there. But anyway, take care of BC. I will talk to you guys soon, and we'll see you later.